So South Africa's poet and singer Jessica Mbangeni has teamed up with spoken word artist Dr Kaden Lebray to shoot a music video of their new single, Dawning of the Dawn. The single came out in time as the spotlight is on the Gaza war and calls for the silencing of the guns and for world peace. Both Jessica Mbangeni and Dr Lebray join us now in our studios, looking picture perfect, as I said off air, for more about this track and more importantly the message behind it. To both of you, thanks very much indeed for popping by. It's lovely to have you on the program. Jessica, let me start with you, looking as you always look, which is great.
All things royal.
All things royal, as they say.
Thank you so much.
My understanding is that the story around the song goes all the way back to 2005.
Yes.
Take us back there for a moment and just put us in the kind of headspace you were in when you decided to put it together.
I traveled the world in 7 seas with the Soweto Gospel Choir, and after traveling 37 North American cities, I find that we as Africans, we want to live in an American dream. And I found that the same challenges they have, oppression, discrimination, segregation, is the same wars that we've been fighting of the apartheid system and actually the present colonial system that we are still fighting against. And at the time when we won the Grammy, when we were nominated for the Grammy, I felt that my voice would be sunk under the Hollywood dust. I must come home in 2005. I felt the voice of change that I need to cut across the African continent, because we've got power of resilience and we've got power in our authenticity as who we are as the people. And I felt that my voice is going to be relevant when I'm an untapped and uncontaminated voice. I must come home so that my people can actually think that I am I'm just a raw. Whilst I knew that actually I was broad-minded, my spectrum was vast, I've been around. So what happened is that I composed this song and then I kept it over there because I felt it was not yet time for me, a strong voice, a strong a global voice that is able to convey the message that people could listen to. So right now I felt it is the perfect time and it's relevant because I grace these platforms. I'm able to speak up to truth to power for who I am, and also to understand my role, my purpose in life as a praise poet. Right. A praise poet is a griot. So even we are supposed to change it's a praise poet because we do not praise. We cannot praise the wars. We cannot praise the gender-based violence. We cannot praise the social ills in our society. We need to speak up so that they can be dismantled and be the change agents that we want to see.
Absolutely. Speaking about timing, Dr. Lebray, I'm sure as an artist you get opportunities to collaborate with all kinds of people in your own career, in your own life. I wonder what it is about this specific work that you said agrees with the kind of message you want to send out and therefore allowed you to get on board as a collaborator. Well,
honestly, it was a synergy between me and Jessica. When I met Jessica, we had the same kind of message and ideas. It was all about bringing unity, peace, and unconditional love across the planet. Universal love is very important to us. And so, like I said, when I met Jessica, the synergy was, it was right away. We met and we synergized right away. And after that, we never even went probably 2 days without conversing. We talked every day. And we uploaded the track. We did it, and now it's ready. So it was really just the synergy. You know, sometimes once you get older, you start to move in spirit instead of with your own mind. And I'm to that point in my life, and like I said, we clicked right away. Yeah. And it got done right away, and we've been moving. So like I said, with this project specifically, I said, when we want to plan stuff, we got to just move. Like even if it meant me coming down here, we got to move. And with that being said, we shot the music video, and so we moving.
Certainly, and here you are now. You know, you speak about growing older and moving in the spirit. People will also tell you that the older you grow, you only speak when you feel like there is something to be said. And you've kind of touched on this already, but, you know, more explicitly, what are you saying in the song? You know, what is the kind of salient messaging that you hope would land once people interact not only with the visuals that we're seeing on our screen now, but also with the content, with the words that you're saying? Unconditional love, be without judgment, peace, universal acceptance,
focus on being human over anything else. Realize that Nelson Mandela, all of the greats, they passed us the baton. Like when you run the race, they hand us the baton, and the best way to honor them is to pick it up, grab the baton, and run with it, meaning relive their legacy through our existence, you know. Start to do things in our lives that represent the message. And that's what me and Jessica are. We've picked up the baton of these great historians, and now we're going to run with it in our respective way. Yeah. And we obviously creativity, poetry, and music is one of the art forms that we use to convey that same type of message.
Absolutely. A lot of people, Jessica, if they're lucky enough, are preparing to be with family tomorrow as we look to Christmas. And, you know, yes, the kind of backdrop for the song is these kind of macro global wars, but sadly we're also in a time where there's a lot of conflict within families themselves. You know, there's real strife in the household, as they say, making days like tomorrow a bit bleaker than they have perhaps in the past. What kind of message do you reckon there should be for people who are contemplating a way forward for this time of family but are dealing with this kind of conflict in their own families?
It is very important that we must understand, we must carry the legacy of Christmas, festive holidays. It's a moment to share the gifts, and that moment has to come through the spirit of one love and sincere love. And nothing can buy, no kind of money, no amount of money can buy love. We need to find it within ourselves, and we need to forgive and accept the differences that we have as the families, because we are not the same. And actually, we are the most beautiful human beings in the world because of our differences. So hence, we are collaborating with Dr. Kaden Lebray, the Native American, and we find similarities amongst ourselves, and we embrace our differences because we know they are the major engine that drives us to succeed and to make our dreams come true. So I'd like to say to the families, happy festive season, and those who celebrate the Christmas, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Let's share beyond measure. No black tax vocabulary should materialize, and let us spread a spirit of one love on social media, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, and with that note, I mean, it's difficult to top that. It's on a good note that we'll have to leave it. Thank you so much for coming to share your thoughts with us. I know there's a lot of excitement around the track itself, and I hope people go out there, consume it, and more importantly, listen to that message. Yes. Jessica Mbangeni, thanks very much indeed for speaking to us, and Dr. Kaden Lebray. Looks like you want to slip in one more word.
Oh, thank you ever so much, and I'd like to say now is the time, and the time is now. We are the change agents, and we are the change that we want to see. Yeah.